Hello fellow gamers and welcome back. It's been a while since my last review, so I decided to make a big comeback with a fighting game that's one of my all-time favorites as well as one of the best fighting games ever made, Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. Killer Instinct was an arcade-style tournament fighter that got started in the arcades in the early 90s. I personally remember playing the arcade version every time I got a chance to. And I want to take this time to thank my dad for giving me as many quarters as I needed to keep playing, because God knows that my mom wouldn't. Anyway, following the huge status that it had in the arcades, it was eventually ported over to the Super Nintendo by Rare, the same company who made the Donkey Kong Country games. That alone makes it worth playing, but what makes it worth owning is the cartridge itself. I love the black casing on the cartridge and the artwork is kick-ass. Moving on. At the start of the game, you get an awesome title screen and some kick-ass heavy metal music. I should also mention that the music for this game was so badass that it even came with a CD called Killer Cuts. That's how beast this game is. Now let's move on to the actual game. One thing that gets brought up a lot about Killer Instinct is that it feels very similar to Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And it actually does. It has the moves of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat's blood and fatalities. But the interesting thing about it is that it actually works. Even though it's similar to those other games, Killer Instinct is an amazing fighting game all its own. One thing that made the game unique is that it has a vast assemblage of awesome characters to choose from, and the stages are all one of a kind and original. But let's be honest, the best feature of the game is pulling off fast and brutal combos to take down your opponent. The combat system is fast-paced, action-packed, and gets your blood pumping sky high. Just take my word for it when I say that putting down the controller was nearly impossible for me when trying to record the footage. What makes the fighting addictive is that each character you battle doesn't use the same move twice. They're constantly switching their tactics and adapting to your method of attacking them. So the only way to get past them is to switch up your moves, and don't try using the same thing twice because trust me, it will not work. The enemy AI is really smart in this game, and they do not play around. They will block almost all of your attacks and let you weaken them just so they can catch you on the rebound and drain all of your health. Speaking of which, you have 2 health bars in this game. The goal is to drain both your opponent's health bars, and only then can you be victorious. But some of your opponents are just plain annoying, and they will block every move you throw at them, and then they'll beat you down with a huge combo. This game is hard to play, but it's also fun, and most of the time I lost, I couldn't bring myself to turn off my Super Nintendo. I had to be a trooper and persevere, and all that hard work leads to pure satisfaction. Overall, this is a great game. I really liked it, and if you haven't played it before, or if you're ever lucky enough to find a copy of it, get it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. To wrap things up, Killer Instinct did receive a sequel, which was ported onto Nintendo's next system, the N64, which was known as Killer Instinct Gold, and it was a damn good sequel. Now as for a third Killer Instinct, there's been rumors and speculations about a possible sequel sometime in the future, but as things stand as of now, it doesn't seem like it's happening. All we can do is hope and pray. Anyway, I had fun with this game, and I hope you guys had fun watching. Until next time, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.